Hello everyone, today I have prepared for you the top 20 business ideas for manufacturing in the garage. Straight to the point, here we go. Mini construction. Using silicone molds and cement, you can create little building blocks like this and pack them in an assembly kit. This is a great builder for kids and even adults. The cost of the builder is very low. For example, to make 1,000 bricks need about 22 pounds of cement, which is about $2 for the cost of raw materials. But the sale price of such a set already starts from $30. You can create kits to build a house, garage, stove and any other structure. You can deliver to the toy store or sell online. The next idea is to produce custom aquariums. In general, the aquarium is a very cool element of decor for the home, cafe, office or store. Aquariums transform any room. Today there are a lot of different manufacturing facilities that produce aquariums of standard size, but the sellers declare that more and more orders are coming precisely for individual size. Masters of aquariums production is very small, so this business idea is very profitable and quickly recoup. To organize the business you need a garage, or some room of 3,000 square feet and about $1,500 at the start. With this money you will purchase the necessary equipment: a table, steel frames, mounting guns, sanding machine, masks, and so on. In a day, one person can produce about 12 aquariums. Prices for finished products depend on wall thickness, size and other factors. For example, the cost of an aquarium of about 55 gallons will be about $30, but you can sell it for about $100. The next idea is the garden figures. This business idea can be implemented in your own garage with minimal costs, because you will only need to buy a mold for the figures, a mortar and a shake table. At the same time you can find a huge number of different shapes with different reactions and sizes on the internet. The most expensive purchase will probably be the shake table, but for mini production it will be enough to buy a table for $700. In the end, for the launch of the idea you will need only $1,000. Ready-made figures can be sold through garden stores. You can pay off the business will be in the first year of operation. It will also be effective to create your own site and sell the figures through the internet. The next idea is a machine for the production of metal sponges. Metal sponges, it is inexpensive, but always in demand product that can be sold to stores of any format where there is at least a hint of the household department. The action of such a machine is reduced to the fact that you fill it with stainless steel wire and then the machine is already working independently. You need only to get ready to sponge and send them to the packaging. The advantage of this machine is that it can cope with a large amount of production in one day. It is possible, for example, to produce up to 100 kilograms of products. Such a machine in China can buy a range of $1,000 for a whole business. Startup costs about $3,500. Let's go further. Bench with built-in cachet for plants. Generally, this bench, which you now see on your screens, is almost $6,000 on the website of luxury furniture. The invention creates a romantic mood. There are two pots built into the bench, where you can plant small trees, flowers or bushes. After all, sitting among greenery in nature is much more interesting than on a regular bench. You can take this idea and run the production in your garage. This product will be in demand among homeowners and organizations involved in beautification of the city. Well, the technology is not complicated at all, from the tools needed, for example planer, jigsaw, screwdriver and other small tools. The material of the bench is a board made of wood, as well as wooden strips. A planter, for example, can be made of polyester or fiberglass. This material is more durable and well suited for planting future plants. In total, it costs about $2,000 to start up. The next idea is to make a bedside table with a house for pets. In general, according to statistics, every second resident of our country already has a pet, most often a cat or a dog. Over the past few years, the relationship to the pets have changed, and they now live in our apartment on the rights of a full member of the family, so the production of furniture for four-legged pet is ever pertinent. Bedside table with a house for cats and dogs is just a great invention for owners and their animals. Now you can, for example, not leave your pet for the whole night, and at the same time not to take him to bed. This, by the way, is very convenient. The first cabinets can be made with your own hands, using ordinary hacksaw, jigsaw and screwdriver. To purchase this equipment will cost about $500. Profit, of course, will depend on your productivity. On average, it's about $5,000 a month. Another interesting idea is a machine for making nails. In general, nails are the main fastening material, so there is always and everywhere demand for them. Regardless of the competition, it is not too difficult to set up production and you do not need to have special skills. Business can be opened directly in your garage with a small investment. Machine for the production of nails can be ordered from China in the range of $1,000. About the same cost and its delivery. You can also look on the classifieds used machine and improve it. This machine is ideal for a garage, because it is usually small in size, and can produce 450 iron nails per minute. As a result, the total cost of opening a business will be about $4,000. Sales of finished products in this case can be organized construction companies or stores. Mini smiths. Generally, blacksmiths with experience say that to have their own mini workshop, this is quite profitable business. After all, many people prefer to order metal products of their own design. Many orders, for example, comes to the spiral staircase, metal benches, chandeliers, candlesticks, fireplaces and many other interior items. A garage or barn of about 220 square feet is enough to get the business started. You'll need to buy a lot of different tools. You're going to have to splurge pretty good here. For example, you're going to need punching tools, including sledgehammers, anvils, a forge, clamps, vise and more. The investment will need to be about $15,000. However, if you get a large number of orders for batches of items, you can pay off the business in about 1.5 to 2 years. Profitability per item ranges from 200 to 1000%. Production of washcloths. A washcloth is another household item that is in constant demand and requires fairly frequent replacement. The machine for the production of washcloths works very simply. You load plastic material into it, and at the output you get the finished product. To organize the business will need about $2,500. The machine itself costs just over $1,000. Washcloths can be sold to hardware stores, supermarkets, as well as household goods. The next idea is the production of designer felt boots for children. In general, felt boots have been in fashion for several years in a row, especially colored designer ones with different decorations. You can take this idea and start making handmade felt boots. It takes about 7 to 11 pounds of wool to make one pair of felt boots. The material can be absolutely any, mostly of course it is sheep or goat wool. If you make a pair of boots for children, the wool will need much less. Generally, despite the simplicity per day you can produce up to 3 pairs of boots, because it's quite difficult and time-consuming process. To start manual production will be enough for about $200. You can produce a felt boots for men, women, children, in different colors, with decor and souvenir, as well as felt boots for different purposes, for fishing or hunting, with soles or without soles, and so on. All master classes can be found on YouTube. Sell one pair of felt boots can be from $50 to $100. The next idea is the production of drawer tables. Drawers are tables with a hinged lid of the tabletop, where there is space in which you can store things. The idea will appeal to lovers of original things, as well as those who want to save space in the house. The demand for such products will be in demand even in small towns. And to start a business need to buy a machine for woodworking, high-quality materials themselves, as well as tools for production. Machine costs in the range of $1,000. In total, to start up would require up to $1,500. One person a day can produce 2 to 3 of these tables. Profit from one table is more than $100. The next idea is furniture made from driftwood and twigs. Decorative furniture made of stumps and snags looks very stylish in any interior, and the demand for it has almost doubled over the past 2 years. Generally, this idea is suitable for creative people, such as interior designers and people with an artistic vision, as it is simply impossible to imagine in advance what material you will work with and how it will look in the end. Everything happens here by the fact, came to the forest, saw that very snag and imagined that it can be made out of it. Materials are obviously snags, herbarium, branches, stumps, root systems of trees and so on. And the best trees for this are of course oak and larch. You can make designer candlesticks, lamps, chandeliers, hangers, tables, shelves, souvenirs and much more from driftwood. The process is pretty simple. After collecting the material is cleaned of dirt and rot, remove the bark, dried, impregnated with stain, and then comes the production process. After which, of course, all this grind, impregnated with antiseptic and covered with paint. To start the business, as you can see, will be enough to literally $200. The next idea is a full-wall wooden shelving unit. No one can argue with the functionality of shelving, and many families buy them to store documents, toys, souvenirs and other interior items. Very beautiful looks racking throughout the wall made in the same style as the interior room. Many people use wooden shelving units to divide space. You can take individual orders for the manufacture of shelving under certain sizes. To start production, you need to buy a lathe or grinder, as well as a screwdriver and other small tools. To purchase equipment will cost about $2,500. Of the materials, it is more profitable to use fiberboard or particle board. The next idea, it's coffee tables for co-working spaces. Co-working spaces are gaining in popularity today. They are already present in all large cities, so it is time to produce furniture for such work areas. Most often the furniture for co-working spaces are small tables with poofs or chairs. It looks very stylish and young audiences really like this format. Offer such institutions to make tables of different colors or in a single style. For you it will be very profitable, as you get orders at once for 10 to 15 tables or even more. Well, of course, to start a business in a garage, to buy a machine for woodworking, as well as materials and common tools, a screwdriver, jigsaws, drills and other small things. The machine costs in the range of $1,000, for a total of about $2,500 to start. You can produce up to 5 tables per day. Moving on. Frames for greenhouses. Greenhouses are in very high demand during the gardening season. Some people buy 2 to 3 greenhouses per plot at a time, as it is easier, faster and more pleasant to grow vegetables in them. You, meanwhile, can easily run this business idea and make good money on it. To start the business you will need to buy standard equipment, a welder, a grinder and a drill, all for about $1,000. You will also need to buy the metal parts for frames. You will not need to develop something new, enough to find blueprints of greenhouses on the internet and engage in the production of garage. Well, thanks to the fact that you are working in a garage, you will be able to offer greenhouses at very competitive prices, much cheaper than your competitors. Consequently, you will have more customers, especially the season from April to October. The next idea would be a mini candle factory. In fact, candles will always be in special demand, especially during the holiday season. Technology of candle making is very easy to master. The material for their manufacture can be purchased from absolutely any region. Make candles can be in the garage with the help of molds for casting. It is, by the way, the most economical option. There are different forms for the manufacture of candles: metal, silicone or plastic. Also, you will need capacities for melting paraffin, scales for weighing and capacities for cooling lithium molds. And for materials you will need to buy paraffin, candle gel wax and of course the wick. Initial costs suck no more than $200. A glass vase on a wooden base. This is another interesting idea for production that consists of a piece of wood and a glass vase that is put on that wood. All items are removable and easily separated. It looks original and very beautiful. The wood coaster can be made by hand with common tools, hacksaw, chisel, router, engraver and various cutting knives. Initially you can do the coasters by hand, and when the business gains momentum, by woodworking machine for $500. You can sell such vases through gift stores, marketplaces and social networks. Next, the production of colorful stools. Such stools look very nice in the interior. Moreover, thanks to the holes in the seat, they can be conveniently folded into pyramids and stored. The idea can still shoot due to the fact that there are very few competitors on the market. To make a stool with your own hands will need all the tools of a turner, a planer, a saw, a file and paint. These tools are at home for many, so you only need to buy the material. And later, when you adjust their production, will need to buy a lathe, emery machine, a drilling machine, power saw and planer. For all this will cost about $4,000. The next idea is a loft-style furniture. The demand for loft furniture grows every year. In the last year, the popularity of this style has increased by more than 20%. You can offer people the production of loft furniture of any design according to individual sizes from different types of wood. Loft furniture is furniture made of wood and metal. To start production, you will have to buy machines to work with these materials. For equipment and materials will cost up to $6,000. At the start you can work and deal with deliveries yourself. It will save money and pay off the business within 6 months. Well, that's all for today. I wish you, dear friends, to find your business and really do what you like. Good luck to all of you. Bye.